how's today going for you?
Today's been really busy, but I've been knocking some stuff out pretty well.
So before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that as we've had in our previous discussions, informed consent is still in place. Have you been feeling homicidal or suicidal since the last
No,
time we spoke? No. Okay.
no.
So we're gonna get right into it. So how did everything go these past weeks? It's been about 2 weeks since we last spoke, or a week and a half since we last spoke. How was how? Tell me about how your trip went.
It went pretty well. So I went down to Florida and met with my wife and kids, and they're doing real good. My wife's struggling a little bit down there. She's not getting as much help as she thought she would going down there. But having me down there helped her out a lot, and we actually got to spend some time together, just her and I, a little bit, and we got to talk about how things are going and what we need to do to get back on track. So those conversations went well.
And when you say get back on track, personally, what do you feel like you've done to get back on track for yourself?
So one of the things I did is I went and scheduled some counseling sessions, and I've done a couple counseling sessions. So that's one thing. And then I've been reading up on, um, I got a book that helps with communication and empathy, that kind of thing. So those have been helping me with being able to um, show empathy a little bit more.
Tell me a little bit more about tell me a little bit about the book you've been reading.
About what?
About the book you've been reading.
Well, it's called Verbal Judo, and it's written by a police officer. I used to be a police officer in a past life, so I understand those types of environments. Um, and he talks about the author talks about his experience in situations and basically just using words to navigate the situation instead of having those situations escalated past the point of um, having to arrest somebody or um, taking physical actions, that kind of thing. Um, and some of the situations that he describes, it's not really applicable to my home life or my professional life, but um, the ideas behind his behaviors in those situations are very applicable. Like, for example, um, he talks about this call that he went on. It was a domestic call, and it was a husband and wife arguing, and he, the guy that he was training with, the guy that was actually training him, he just busts through the door, sits down on the couch while this couple is arguing, and opens up a newspaper and starts reading it, and they don't even notice him. So he's sitting there going through this newspaper, and at one point, as he's going through, he finds this car in the classifieds that he's interested in. He's like, "Hey, you all mind if I use your phone?" And they stop their arguing, and they're like, "What's going on? Like, why is this police officer in our how did he even get there?" You know. Um, and basically that completely diffused the situation. They stopped arguing, and everybody was calmer because there was that confusion created. Um, but the police officer didn't go in there, guns blazing, metaphorically speaking. He assessed the situation. Um, he basically just went in there calm, collected, and he observed the situation. And then when the couple kept going on, um, he basically just he inserted himself to let them know that he was there, and it completely threw him off guard. And I think that's what helped diffuse the situation because they were that element of surprise. He used the element of surprise, but he did it in a way that was um, appropriate for the situation. And I think the lesson in that is, um, you know, go into these situations with a uh, calm mind, and not necessarily try to throw surprises at people, but engage in a way that's appropriate for the situation. Because obviously, him going in and yelling and screaming at the couple that's already amped up isn't gonna do any good for anybody, right? And it's given me a different perspective going into those types of conversations. Um, the idea is to try to navigate those situations in a way that benefits everybody, or at least doesn't that isn't a detriment to anybody in the situation. So I'm only a couple chapters into the book, and it's got a lot of good information, but I'm pulling stuff out as I go.
And that's good. The last time our last session we talked about your